Hey everybody. I realize we are at home. So as I spoke with many of you this week, I want to include some things for you to do throughout the day, if not every day, every other day, movement breaks, things to keep things, or ideas to keep things structured, organized, to help keep everybody focused and sane. So I do have some yoga ball cards that I use, but I realize that not all of the instructions or pictures and diagrams are very clear. So I'm just going to show you what some of those are. So one of them is called the Billy Goat Bump. So also a side note, with each and every one of these, you want to keep it structured in that you have a certain amount of a yoga ball activity that you are asking of the child or of your kiddo. So if you do, if you do one, then make sure that you add more on that depending on the level of difficulty that it is for your kid. If it's something that's really hard, just ask, 3 to 5. If it's something, then they're really high energy and they are needing some structure and some organization, higher repetitions of many different things are good, and you might even want to do it again, and maybe even again. So I'm just going to show you examples of some of the ones that I have. So Billy Goat Bump. A lot of these also provide, the whole point is to provide feedback for the body, whether that's vestibular, proprioception, or both. So this is a good proprioception one. So Billy Goat Bump. Yoga ball. You'll want to use like a wall or something. Of course, you're going to want to watch the distance between your child's head, the ball, and the wall. You don't want them to ram into the ball and then, hurt their neck or hurt their head. So be aware of spatial orientation and their potential lack of safety awareness. So here we go. Billy Goat Bump. Boom. And you want to see if you can get it bumped back. Okay. Next one is called spin. So on the yoga ball, like so, and want to see pivot view. And if you need to catch your balance, do that. But see that it's requiring weight on the arms and to use the extremities to help that rotation. Again, repetition. So have them do it likely more than one time. I'm just going through these to show you what they look like. Ball balance. Sitting on a ball, get your balance. See if you can lift your feet up. So 1, 2, 3, make it fun. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Don't be shocked if your kiddo can't get to 1 or 2. Of course, you're gonna have to make sure there's not any sharp corners, behind. So spatial awareness, safety awareness, but also, as long as it's safe, natural consequence is okay. Again, as long as it's safe. So counting the number of seconds that they can hold it. This is good for core strengthening and overall balance and vestibular input in adjusting your body to meet the needs to be successful with staying on top. If the ball is small and they can't, and you see your kiddo putting your feet way out here and then they're going forward, they need to do this. They need to get their booty back, sit up nice and tall. I see a lot of kids that do this. So sit up nice and tall, get your booty back. And again, if the ball's small, have them see if they can wrap their feet to the side. So even just a little bit. Or if they're unable to do that, just see if they can just barely lift their feet. Doesn't need to be a significant amount. Okay. Rock side to side. On the tummy, arms and legs out, to one side, the other side. My leg is coming up with my arm. Okay, next one. Rock back and forth. I think I might get out of breath before we're done here. All right, so I'm keeping my legs straight. They're not like down, okay? Your body is stiff as a board. See if you can get them to do that. And then arms up, legs up, arms up, legs up, arms up. Okay. Rainbow pass. Okay, I see a lot of confusion with this one. So you can start with the ball, either at your feet or your head. Grab the ball on both sides with your feet. Up, grab it with your hand, and then if you have enough room, just don't like crash it to the floor, but just touch the floor like it's a marker. Make it fun. You know, do a sound effects, boop, or whatever. And then grab it, same goes. Don't let your kiddo like crash to the ground because that's low tone. We're trying to increase tone and strength and get proprioception. So just like lightly tap, grab it, do this. Okay, oftentimes this is really hard for kids, so just encourage them. It's okay if they're flopping around. Try not to push it so hard that there's a meltdown. Remember, keep it fun. I'll do that one in a second here. Bullseye. All right. So you'll need another ball or balloon for this one. I guess I've got a balloon over here. All right. This requires a wall or 2 people. A wall is for higher level. That's kind of tricky, but if there can be a sibling or somebody else around, this is a good one. Also, keep in mind, it might be slippery for your kids. Like right now, I'm looking at this one and I'm thinking, I might slip a little bit because I have socks on. We'll see, but my socks are really tall, so if I can avoid taking them off right now, I think I'm going to. But keep in mind that your kid might be slipping around because they're super slippery. So have them take their socks off so they get those little grippy toes. So, ball, lay back, arms stretched, sit up, toss. And then somebody catches it, and I'm alone right now. Isolation, you know. They throw it back. It's my invisible partner would throw it back. I would catch it, go back down, and then I would have it, go back up and toss. All right. Next one, sticker march. You could use stickers for a visual cue, or you don't have to. This is a great one for crossing midline, getting the midbrain going, so that this is a good pre-focus, pre-homework sort of one. They're all good pre-homework ones, but crossing the midline is especially awesome. So, sitting on the ball like so. So, lift the leg, hand goes here. So you can even make it rhythm. So, slapping. See if you can have some music going on in the background that maybe isn't Bach, Sebastian Bach, like I've talked to a lot of you about playing. It could be some kind of rhythmic music that has a beat to it. See if they can keep up. Otherwise, P.S., playing Sebastian Bach in the background is typically a really good idea, especially if you're trying to promote regulation, which I think a lot of you are. So, side note. All right. So this is an item toss sort of thing. So if you have bean bags, if you have dog toys, if you have stuffed animals, some balls that are safe to throw in the house, get them, put them in a pile. Thanks, Bjorn, for letting me borrow these. And get a basket of some kind. I think I use my speaker basket. Be a laundry basket. Oh, no, I don't know that you can see completely from back there. So you have the kiddo on their tummy in front of the items. Now with their legs and feet, I'm not sure if you can see this, I have my feet at a pretty wide stance because that's gonna help with my stability because my hands are gonna be busy, hopefully. So if your kiddo's wibbly wobbly all over the place, have them straighten out their legs. I see a lot of leg bending and they're all over the place. Straight legs and out to the side, so it's a wide stance. This is an awesome one for so many things. So overall core strengthening, ocular convergence, eye-hand coordination, the list goes on. So both hands is awesome as well because it helps crossing the midline. So here we go. Just have them toss. Oh, I missed. Into the basket. You could keep score. You could have them toss and catch. Somebody else could catch it. They could toss it back and catch it. So have it one-handed, have it crossing midline. Possibilities are open as far as what you're trying to achieve, which is all of it. So let's, we can do all of it. All right, now there's some that actually requires somebody else. So I'm just gonna show you these and explain them. I hope I'm not too close. Okay, so a ball or if the yoga ball is not too terribly big, this is a fun one. Standing back to back, somebody holds it over the head, goes through their own legs like so. Somebody else gets it, that person stands up and they toss it, or not toss it, excuse me, they hand it over top, okay? And then you can switch directions. All right. Next one is this one. So standing back to back, just passing it around like so. You're gonna have to turn around. This is awesome for crossing midline, paying attention, body orientation, spatial awareness, and vestibular input. So then you can switch directions. This one, lay on your tummy prone, or prone, same thing, on the floor, and getting your head up, both arms engaged, like so. I guess they could totally do this against a wall as well. And again, attach a number to these so they know what's expected of them. So push and then receive. All right. This one, so sit up and catch. Have them remaining to sit up while they're waiting to catch the ball as well. I'll see if I can demonstrate that a little bit. All right. They have the ball laying on the ground, sit up. I can do this against the wall as well. Sit up, catch. Balloon is easier for response time because a ball falls much quicker. And as you'll see, you're gonna see a lot of kids doing this whole thing to sit up. That's okay, it's what they've got, and it'll get better. So that's what we're working on, core strength, bilaterality, crossing midline, eye-hand coordination, all the good stuff. And don't forget to squish your kids. This provides a lot of proprioception, and you can steamroll them and give it a firm bounce. Let's see. I'm gonna use the lion here because it has an auditory component. You'll kind of be able to see what I'm doing. So steamroller. So you can see I'm pushing pretty firm on this, and it's okay. Kids are pretty resilient. And yes, I do this to your children. So give them some good squishes if they want it. Now some kids, it's not comfortable to them. You can do arms like this, have them lay out their arm flat, steamroll their arm, their fingers, their hand. And what you can also do, and then flip them over. So and do their front, do their back, and their head if they want it. It's okay, as long as it's like not an ouchy surface on the bottom. You can also bounce it a little bit, like so. Oh, the lion's kind of quiet. So do each and every arm, the back, chest, stomach, body, the hips, and down the legs, each leg. And you can do it again for however long your kiddo wants it, or however long that you're able to do that. The kiddo's sitting on a yoga ball, playing catch, keeping their balance. Challenge their balance a little bit. You can throw the ball like up overhead just a little bit, as long as you don't feel like they're gonna fall back and be unsafe. To the side, that's helping cross midline, helping visual tracking, all kinds of stuff. So challenge that a little bit by having them catch the ball in different areas, depending on how you want them to throw it back. Underhand, or like a basketball, overhand. I suppose it's whatever your space allows for and what's safe. Okay, this one's always fun. You could do this one outside or inside, as long as you feel nothing's gonna get broken. So what this looks like, there's a couple different ways to do this depending on your kid's ability. So they lay on the ground. I'm okay if kids are all the way down. I see this a lot because it's the low tone kiddos. Make sure their feet are like so. Their feet are ready, okay? There's some kids that they have their feet like this that won't quite do, because the angle needs to be like this, because they're gonna kind of launch the ball towards you. Or we'll see if the wall works, or my glass sliding door in this case. I'm scooting them a little closer to it. Okay. Oh, and the other position is up on their elbows, which actually might be easier for what I'm doing here. All right, solo style, here we go. Don't expect your kid to be able to do this, by the way. This is probably tricky. Yep, you need somebody to catch it. Okay, so, and the other person catches the ball and then gently tosses it towards the launching recipient. This is an awesome one. Beware, it can get a little wild. So be mindful of the space that you're in. Okay, that's it. Those are a lot of ones that I would recommend for at home. And again, just cycle through them. See what works for your kiddos. See what regulates them. See what they're not okay with. And use that one sparingly, if at all. But it's okay to have them try difficult things. Encourage them through it. and try to keep it fun. Okay, over and out.